We're ready when you are.
Awesome. Hi guys, my name is Chef Tali and I'm here with High Holiday Cooking. Today we are going to make marijuana matzo balls. And we're actually infusing the schmaltz that we're gonna put in the matzo balls. Can I start again, please?
I think you got it across.
All right, I'll keep going. First, the most important thing that you should know, no one under the age of 21 should be consuming these products or be around them when they're being prepared. Now that we've got that out of the way, it's time to cook.
So where did matzo balls come from?
So back in the old country during Passover, apparently we had lots of extra matzah crumbs lying around, and I don't know why there were so many leftover matzah crumbs, but we also happen to have lots of chicken. So chicken, schmaltz, matzah crumbs, together, matzo balls.
What's schmaltz?
Schmaltz is rendered chicken fat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and it's delicious. So the most important thing you need to know for this recipe is how to infuse your schmaltz with cannabis.
All right, so how to make cannabis-infused schmaltz. We're gonna show you two methods, one with a distillate and one using flour. So what's inside this? It's pretty much just cannabis extract. You're gonna need to take your schmaltz and put it into your double boiler or microwave if you have it, it works just as well. You know, my father used to put this on bread and just eat it regularly. You're gonna take your distillate syringe and add in distillate, and you can use the markings on the side of the syringe to gauge how much you would like to put in. All right, so step 3, we're gonna heat this up. You can also use a microwave on maybe 20 seconds, just hot enough to be able to melt the distillate into the schmaltz. Put it back into your bowl that you want. So when you're finished, if you want your schmaltz to maybe harden back up, you can always just stick it in the refrigerator for maybe an hour or 2 hours. All right, let's move on to part 2. How to do this with flour. You're gonna take your grinder and your flour, and you're gonna take off pieces and put it into the grinder. All right, then you're gonna close your grinder, and you're gonna grind up for maybe 30, 45 seconds. You wanna grind this roughly until the resistance is gone, but if you have a grinder, you probably already know how to use it. If you don't have one, ask a friend. Once you've sufficiently ground your cannabis flours, you're gonna wanna put it on your baking sheet. We're gonna take this pan, we're gonna put it in the oven at 225 for about 45 minutes. And that's really important because we have to activate the cannabis. If you were to skip this step and put this cannabis straight into your food, it would do nothing. We're gonna take our schmaltz, we're gonna put it into the bowl with the double boiler, which we put on low. Then we're gonna take our now activated cannabis, and we're gonna just add this right in directly. And mix this around a little. You don't have to stir this the whole time, but you do have to let this cook for a very long time. This is the real infusion process. And the longer you go, the more cannabis is extracting into the schmaltz. Okay, so movie magic, it's been 4 hours. You now just need a strainer and a bowl, and we're gonna strain our cannabis infused schmaltz into this bowl. Boom. Officially, your schmaltz is all done. You can put this in the refrigerator, let it harden, maybe for about 2 hours, give or take. And that's just about it.
All right, thanks, Ellie. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. You're good to go.
Okay, cool. All right, let's get started. First, we're going to add, of course, our matzo meal. We are also going to crack 4 eggs. So right now, I am just checking for any blood spots. Next, we are going to add our nutmeg and our marijuana-infused schmaltz. Some finely chopped herbs. I have dill and parsley, but you could use anything you have around. It's really up to you. We're gonna add a teaspoon of our kosher salt, and yes, I am just measuring this in my hand because no. All right.
I mean, is that a thing with cooking versus baking? I've heard something about that once.
So generally with baking, you really want to follow the recipe more. You want to be a little more careful with the amounts that you put in. Cooking, not so much. You know, usually when you get a recipe from your grandmother, it's kind of like a pinch of this, a handful of that. That's kind of what we're going with here.
Fair.
And this is our super secret special ingredient. It is seltzer. Adding something with bubbles actually makes your matzo balls fluffier. And we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of that. We are ready to mix it up. And I'm just mixing, I'm just really mixing this. Ellie, I feel like our next project should be Jewish ASMR.
Jewish ASMR?
Yeah, kosher food. It's got a very unique noise. It's very sloppy. All right, now that our matzo ball mixture is all mixed up, we are going to cover this, put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for at least an hour, but you can leave it 24 hours too, that's totally fine. So now that our matzo ball mix has been chilling for 1 hour, we are ready to cook it. We have a pot of water, and I bring this water to a rolling boil. That's very important. A little trick so that your hands don't get too sticky is to use a little bit of oil. So I'm gonna stick my hands right in the oil, rub it around like soap, and I'm going to just form these by hand. If you have a ice cream scoop, you can do that too, but this will make about 8 medium-sized matzo balls. So see how that didn't stick to my hand at all? We can go ahead and drop it right into our boiling water. So I'm gonna cook these for about 30 minutes, and that'll be kind of in between fluffy and dense, but.
Wait, so you mean that like the density is dependent on how long?
Yep, so if you want a really fluffy matzo ball, you're going to cook it.
What's a fluffy matzo ball?
Yeah, Avi's got a good point.
What is a fluffy
Kind of like a little, but they kind of fall apart on the edges in your bowl.
Yeah, like.
Wait, so you don't like fluffy matzo balls?
I like half fluffy matzo balls. Mush? You want like mush?
You put it into the soup, like you break it apart in the soup.
No.
You slice it with a knife. You use a knife to cut it in the soup.
I stick a fork in it and you take a bite and then you put it back in. Just fork it, take a bite, stick it back in so it gets some more chicken soup on it. Eat it, fork it.
Keep it on your fork the whole time.
I've never seen a person start forking their matzo balls before they eat it. I guess I never realized how much thought goes into the consumption of a matzo ball.
Oh yeah. So we are gonna let it cook for 30 minutes. We wanna keep it at a rolling boil, ideally. And I'm using a slotted spoon to get them out. And then you can add them to your favorite chicken soup recipe. And there you have it. We have our marijuana matzo balls. So be sure to like and subscribe, and please share our recipes and what we're doing. It's a great way to get the word out for us.
So this is the fork? This is what you were talking about with the fork?
So you eat your fork.
No.
So you
Give
do
it
this.
like a-
Okay.
I'm like fascinated by this. Let's get a close up. Let's get a close up. Hold on. Go ahead.
think
Go
you want a
ahead.
video of me
I
eating
want
a
to see this
matzo ball.
fork.
Well, let me give you like a real shot.
And a shot. Let's see. So you fork it in.
Dip.
Do you have anything to say about this, Avi?
I'm surprised that I've never done this before. Maybe I should give it a try.
No, you shouldn't. Use a spoon. That's why there's a
Do it
spoon.
with a spoon too.
Yeah, you can. And then you gotta drink it. Like you don't use.
What about all the vegetables?